What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 158 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaFlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mayor of Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
I got your ass, Cynthia. It only took me 25 motherfucking tries, but I got your ass.
We got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
I broke up with Cortana. Now Weapon is my new best friend.
And we got the Ray Trace Durag, Madrid Devon.
Burn, butcher, burn.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about Resident Evil, Ratchet & Clank, Halo, Final Fantasy, Psychonauts, Pokemon, Shin Megami Tensei, and The Medium. So, I mean, it's been a slow news week.
Mm-hmm.
It's the end of the year.
Crazy.
What's
It's
their
really
news this
crazy.
week?
Huh?
Was there news this week?
I mean, there probably was. We just probably didn't hear shit about it. All the podcasts I'm listening to right now were pre-recorded earlier in the year.
Oh.
It's nothing
to like enjoy their holiday.
Yeah.
Makes
I mean, don't blame them.
Yeah.
Heck, this is the best time for it. Catch up on some backlog, have a good time.
Yeah, I feel like
But
around
see,
around Christmas time and the holidays, they're just like games are just like kids are playing them. So why we're releasing news? They should have done that before, and then now here we are, just enjoying all the gaming we can do.
Right. So we all cracked into our backlogs this week. I Madrid, I count Ratchet & Clank as part of the backlog for you.
Yeah,
So-
I guess.
Halo kind of counts, I'd say, even though it's new. A lot of these games are this year games, except for the one that I played.
Oh,
which
and one of the
was-
others that I played.
Oh, I did play a
Okay.
different one too, and it was bad.
Ooh, that doesn't sound fun. So I picked back up Final Fantasy VII Remake. After beating Endwalker, I was like, I'm going to just keep the Final Fantasy train going. So I picked up Final Fantasy VII Remake again on PS5 and was like, I beat a boss I had been stuck on. And everybody, when I described the boss to them, they're like, oh yeah, now that I remember it, that was annoying as hell. But I lost like 2 times before I put the game down, then picked the game up, then lost 2 more times. Lost once.
That's one of those bosses that teaches you to switch characters. It's like, all right, if you're not already doing it, you gotta start doing it.
I feel like the ghosts in the train yard was the fight that was like, all right, do it. Because there were specific parts where you had to be Tifa, but I didn't feel like overall, like the overwhelming majority was like that bad of that fight. It was just I needed to have the right skills, and so I pulled skills off of Cloud and Aerith and got my build together. The problem was Tifa didn't have any linked materia slots, so I really needed to link these materia slots to get the effect that I needed out of some of the materia, but I just ended up doing it on Barret and it worked out.
Nice.
All right, so Chris, what on this week of backlogginess, what games did you crack into?
So I've been chilling out playing some Pokemon. I finally beat the Elite Four. Suck it, Cynthia.
Yes, sir.
Did you have any trouble
she
against
can.
Cynthia?
Did I? Yeah, so much. Garchomp is a motherfucking hoe. Or ain't no motherfucking hoe. Whatever the saying is. He
Hit him with
whooped
that
my
sword
ass
dance.
like straight up sword. sword dance out the rip and then just swept my team like
Straight
it
to
was
Dragon
nothing. I
Claw.
was just like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
dude?
It's just big crits.
I was like, she had me so.
I got this shit.
She had me so toxic. I was on YouTube how to level up faster in Brilliant Diamond. I was just like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, I thought this whole game I was so OP, and then I get to Cynthia. Even in the Elite Four, I was stomping them. And then I get to Cynthia, and she's just like, you thought.
Dragon types are a notorious problem until fairy types enter the game.
Well, fairy types are good. Like, you had Gardevoir, who's a psychic fairy, and that's who I had on my team, but her Garchomp is just so fucking fast that it's just like...
so fast and strong, it doesn't matter.
I also have the moves that will kill your fairy type. I also have the moves that will kill your ice type. And I also have the moves, because I'm a dragon, that will kill any other dragon that you possibly have. It's just... Yeah. So, my Torterra beefed that motherfucker out and just did some earthquakes until it died. And I was like, fuck the meta. Big old green tree boy is the best.
Yeah, I mean, Earthquake will
just
kill anything all the time.
Yeah.
I think...
No matter who you are.
I think
unless you're flying.
That's right.
Or you have Levitate. Don't forget Levitate.
Oh, Levitate.
I think because of this generation, and partially because of Gen 1, grass types are starting to become my favorite starters to pick. They're just...
They're always the most balanced.
They are. They really add, like, a strong grass type to your team that you normally don't get out in the regular world. Because, I mean, you got a shit ton of waters and a shit ton of fire types out there. You don't, like...
There's not a shit ton of fire types.
There's a shit ton of good fire types. Like, you can get an Arcanine and be fine. You can get a Ninetales with another typing and be cool. You can get these other fire types like Magmar. All these other things. Like, grass types seem to, like, fall short of...
Okay, don't sleep on Roselia, because Roselia was ruining lives back in the day.
I know.
Don't sleep on Victory Bell.
No. I'm not like...
Victory Bell either.
Down.
Victory Bell was dropping poison dust or whatever.
I get it.
That's the thing, though. Are those really grass types, or are they poison types?
They're grass types.
They're grass types. Vileplume's a solid one, but, like, they don't hit as hard as the starters do. And
because
there are
some... the starter ones, aren't they bulky?
They're just, like...
Aren't the starter grass types bulky as hell?
Yeah, and that's why it's tight.
Not all the time.
Right.
And
like Sceptile. Sceptile's a speed demon.
Right. And well,
I've never had a Sceptile. I don't know.
In recent, they've kind of been mixing water type with ground types, like with Gen 3, and then they did this with grass.
Look, Madrid, Gen 3, my favorite Pokemon's is a Gen 3 starter. That's just how this works.
Yeah, that's true.
Did I pick up Draco in my Alpha Sapphire?
I really do
save?
feel like they need to do something better with fire type starters instead of just firefighting. Like, I feel like we've gotten 3 firefightings back to back. If I'm not wrong,
we got a fire dark set
because we did.
Yeah, where?
Fucking Blaziken into Chimchar into Infernbor.
No. He said fire dark type. I was like,
yeah. What's his fucking name?
Litten in Smash Bros.
Yeah, what's his name?
Incineroar.
Yeah.
He's a dark type. He just looks like a fighting type because he's beefy as shit.
I mean, dark types are basically just fighting types who fight dirty.
That's fair.
It's the hoodlums. It's the street fighters. It's the
one of their moves is
the
thief.
Street thugs. Thief, fucking Muck. No, Muck is
Muck is just
Mightyena.
Yeah. What's that?
Houndoom.
Houndoom was a solid ass dark type.
I'm gonna take your fucking stuff. Yeah, dark types were cool. Sucker punch.
No. What really fucks everyone's life up is pursuit.
Crunch.
You want to switch? You thought you were gonna get that free switch on me?
Oh, yo.
Give me that ass.
Crunch will destroy some lives as far as the dark type
Crunch.
goes.
I had 2 Pokemon on my team with Crunch this time, just for that psychic.
If you're psychic,
I rolled through
R.I.P.
that. I rolled through that psychic Elite Four member because I was like, Crunch. I got 3 of them. Yeah. And then I beat Pokemon. I might pick it up and do more. I want to get a Quilava to get a Typhlosion in this game. Get the Lugia.
Wait, can you get starters?
Yeah, you can go in the underground, and once you get the national decks, the underground opens up the Pokemon that show up down there.
Yeah, but does it open it up to starters?
Gen 2 starters are in the underground once you get the national decks.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I looked this up.
I still only have 2 badges in that game.
What?
Jesus.
Heck, I don't even have that
14.
game.
That's fair.
It came out before
I get it.
14.
Yeah, 14. I was convinced I would get one of them eventually, but now I just don't think that I will. Just out of time.
Yeah.
And if anything, if I'm going to get a Pokemon coming up, it's probably going to be Arceus just because it's different.
Yeah, I do.
And also because it's coming up. Well, we got another little more than 30 days.
Yeah.
No, it's
I still got a bunch of shit left to do in my Pokemon SMT5. I keep getting side quests. I keep getting fucking demons that I need to fuse for.
Nice.
You know, it's just a lot of shit going on.
I'm proud of you guys for pushing the agenda so hard that not only has the SMT channel in the Discord come to life in a way it's never been live, and like now we are known on Twitter for pushing the agenda of SMT.
Atlas, fucking hoe.
Atlas,
Speaking of
talk
that,
to us. What's up?
Actually, there is a little bit of Atlas news. They said they're going to be announcing a tentpole game soon.
A what?
A tentpole game. That's
Sega
so that could
or
be
Atlas?
Atlas. Atlas.
I mean, the whole point of this anniversary thing was supposed to be to announce Persona 6. They're just taking their.
I don't want them to announce
time
Persona 6. Give me a
announcing
3 remake. Do
Yeah,
that.
for the love of
Put
God,
3
please.
They can announce Persona 6 at any time. Do you know what I'm saying?
But
that shit can
the
wait.
thing is, they can announce Persona 6, give us a Persona 3 remake in the meantime, and then because Persona 5 being announced to coming out was like fucking forever.
Yeah, it did get pushed back multiple times. And they're hoping to
Yeah,
have.
so-
Well, let's put it this way: it's not going to be Persona 6 because I misread the article. They hope to release their tentpole game in 2022, not announce. Release.
Yeah, that's not about to be.
So it can't be
wonder-
6. It can't be 6.
Yeah, it can't be 6. What's the tentpole? Are they
Well, no,
talking
no,
about
they have
Arena
so many
Ultimate?
Persona 3 remake.
It could be Persona. It could be It could be the Persona remake. It could be what other? They have so many other titles.
Yeah, but the fact that none of them have anything announced, like as far as their announced slate, the only thing we don't have is Arena Ultimax. And that's coming.
Yeah.
Is that coming to Xbox?
Okay.
One
okay.
of
They
the
hope
one of
to
the
release a
stories
game.
that I did see. Oh, go ahead.
I said, okay, this is from This is from Atlas. I choose challenge as the keyword for 2022, with hopes to release a game that would become a pillar for Atlas. All of us at Atlas are working hard to develop this game, so that'll be interesting and satisfying for everyone. Please look forward to it. SMT5's development just came to an end, and I'm taking a breather. I'm sure we'll announce something this year as well. That's the article.
They'll
Or at least-
announce something this year.
Yeah. 2022?
Oh. Okay,
Once again,
if they
everything I'm
announce-
talking about is they're talking about 2022 in this article. They're not talking about 2021. Talk about next year.
Okay, so they're going to announce something in 2022 and release something in 2022?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. I heard a similar article. It's from like one of the Persona directors. He was basically saying, one of the directors at Atlas. Probably
Yeah.
this article. Essentially, he was saying that they're working on multiple projects right now, and it's been like, kind of different, juggling the different projects and like, trying to bring new ideas to different shit. And I'm assuming he's talking about like, working on SMT5, like all the other shit that they got going on behind the scenes, the different games that they got coming out, like the ports that are inevitable. Heck,
it could even be
At
like an
this point,
SMT.
they
Heck,
could just
it could be
pull-
SMT 1 and 2. They could remake those, take those off the Super Famicom, and bring those to modern consoles. Like,
Yep.
come on.
That would be lit.
I mean, honestly, with just ports, they should just port everything that's on Vita to Steam and PlayStation at the very least.
Yeah.
And I mean, even Switch, like if they, but considering their pattern of how they've been doing stuff, now that they've done Persona 4 on Steam and they've done Ultimax on PlayStation and Steam, I could see them, maybe their next one could be Steam and Switch.
Ooh, I know what I'm
'Cause
playing next
their
month.
games aren't everywhere yet.
Yeah.
Like a lot, even their modern games. So between Shin Megami Tensei 5, that's Switch exclusive. Persona 5 Royal, that's PlayStation exclusive. Catherine Full Body Jet. I'm not sure if that's on Steam. I would open Steam, but I'm pretty sure the window would come up where you guys are.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Persona 5
It
Strikers.
is on Steam. It is on Steam. And Strikers hitting PS Plus.
Yes.
Strikers is
So
hitting
that
PS
brings
Plus.
me to one of the stories I wanted to talk about. PlayStation Plus January games got announced. Dirt 5, we're getting the PS4 and PS5 version.
Those other two games don't matter, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm trying to, build to the real fucking, You want me to just
I mean, we kind of said the important one
game?
already. That's how we got here.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So we're getting Dirt 5, PS4, PS5 version. That game runs at 120 frames per second, and even though I know my monitor can't handle it, I'm going to download it and I'm going to try it.
Why not? It's free.
Right. It is free. I honestly contemplated getting this game multiple times since I got my PS5. I was like, nah, this seems like one that'll be free. And here we are.
You were not wrong.
Yep.
And then Deep Rock Galactic, which is like a 4-player co-op horde shooter thing.
I've heard that game was good. I've heard good things
Yeah.
about that game.
People were in the Discord. It was Xbox and PC exclusive for a while, and so people were in the Discord, like actually playing it and like trying to recruit other people to play it. And I want to say it was on Game Pass for a period of time. Might still be there.
I did hear about that. Okay.
Right, yeah, I want to say like Robbie,
Was it Robbie,
and
maybe?
Elle and Maury. Like it was a few people talking about it in the Discord. It was just a thing of like I added it to my Steam wish list, and there are more pressing things on my Steam wish list. This Monster Hunter Rise PC port is like sitting there like cracking its knuckles looking at me, and Ultimax.
Are you gonna get that?
Because if it gets rollback, I'll play some Persona 4 Arena.
I'm saying right now, if
Actually,
Ultimax gets rollback, I am so hyped.
That was my
Like, I'm
first
happy
Persona
Central
game.
Fiction.
Persona 4 Arena?
Yeah.
The original
Actually,
Persona 4
Chris,
Arena
was
was
not
my
that
first
your
Persona game.
Wasn't that your first Persona
Actually,
game?
That was my first. Yeah, that was also my first Persona game. Me and Jalen just fucking Anton whipping out his old PlayStation 3 and just cracked out on some Persona Arena 4 Arena. That shit was fun.
Was it old? So
Because we were playing. We're gonna
'Cause I
play
have-
Scott Pilgrim.
It wasn't Ultimax. It wasn't Ultimax, that one.
No.
because I have both physically. I have Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax physically on PS3 and 360.
Well,
So it really is a toss-up of which one we played, because I remember
Wait, that
getting
was one when,
the original Persona 4 Arena.
it's both of them that all the Persona 3 casts get adultified, right?
Yeah, but it's Ultimax that we get the shadow versions of the entire cast.
I think it was Ultimax that we were playing.
Okay. Well, I just know because I want to say 2 Black Fridays in a row in like high school, I got Persona 4 Arena on PS3 and then on 360. Or maybe 360 then got it on PS3 because fucking PS3 controller was way better than the 360 controller for fighting games.
That D-pad on the not on the PS3, on the 360 was so bad.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
That D-pad was
It was-
bad.
hot trash.
It was
for-
definitely
especially
made for
fighting
shooters.
games.
Because you weren't going to use the D-pad normally anyways.
Right. Games where you needed the D-pad for precise movements on the 360, that was just a no-go.
Not a thing.
But yeah, so the last game, Persona 5 Strikers, is coming to PlayStation Plus in January. You get the PS4 version for free. Just download it. It is the Musou game. It takes place in the summer vacation after base Persona 4, or not Persona 4, Persona 5. So it doesn't involve any of the stuff that happens with Royal.
But if you are a PlayStation 5 nigga and you got PlayStation Plus, you can go ahead and play Persona 5 Classic and then go straight into Strikers. You know?
Yeah, because Persona 5 is part of the PlayStation Plus collection, so. And Royal probably going to be on sale in the near future.
It's on sale right now. The deluxe.
Will it be on sale by the time this podcast drops?
I believe that sale goes to the 8th. Trust me, I fucked those PlayStation sales for for every day because I can't decide what fucking game I want to get. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get a game, and then I'm gonna get another game next week.
I feel that.
All right. While we're talking about the PS5, there's one news story that came out this week that I really want to talk about. Naoki Yoshida, director of Final Fantasy 14 and 16, came out with a letter saying that the pandemic forced development to slow down by at least 6 months.
Ooh.
And so while we were supposed to get new information about 16 in the year 2021, that they're like, yeah, COVID messed everything up. Japan is still like, and I know the Omicron variant is really just wreaking havoc in America, and they're just now like kind of getting the original wave under control in Japan. So
Oh yeah, so it all makes. I mean, you got to be lenient with everything during these times. I know everybody's kind of like everybody's kind of been released, and the mass majority of people were like, "All right, we're past the pandemic," and it's like, no, we're not.
Well, I mean, Japan's still closed to international travel.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm just in America mostly. You have the most people who are like, all right, we're past that and everything's open and we're going to go out to restaurants or wherever and do whatever we want to do, like nothing's happened, or I got the shot so it doesn't affect me anymore. And
right, I got boosted and I'm still concerned, and I'm going to go get tested first thing in the morning just to like make sure, because
I mean, if you have been on social media at all, it's even if you do have the vaccine, you're not safe from it. So it doesn't affect you as hard, but you're still going to get it, and it's going to suck a little bit.
Yeah, that is one of the good things about getting the vaccine. Like, it helps. It definitely helps with those symptoms. Because a lot of people that I know that have gotten it, they were like, yeah, this shit really lasted like a day or two. One person, she was like, yeah, it felt like when I got my second shot and I was in bed like with fever and fucking...
Wow.
And shit like that.
Well, my booster was like my second shot.
Yeah. It is what it is, but I feel that like giving everybody time, especially game developers, I mean, you throw one wrench into their daily like lives and to the product, it's the production of the games that like hinders them so much because of what they do.
Right, and for Final Fantasy 16, all I want is quality.
Right.
And if it's Yoshi, like, the fact that Endwalker was so good and they were so apologetic, like, and were willing to delay it, like, so close to its release, and I just want quality out of this game, and so I trust the people it's in the hands of, like, Creative Business Unit 3.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about this game at all. They can take their time. If that shit comes out in 2023, that's just what it is.
Yeah, this team the Final Fantasy 14 team is so vocal about what's going on, even if they don't.
They're not. That's the thing. You have to start calling them Creative Business Unit 3 because they're no longer just the Final Fantasy 14 team. They are now also the Final Fantasy 16
help me with that
team.
One too. Creative Business Team.
Unit 3.
Unit 3. Okay, Creative Business Unit 3.
The Yoshi P workhorse.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, they're so vocal, and even if they don't like have to be, I feel like they could have just said Endwalker is getting delayed, and they didn't have to be all this apologetic. But they're so good, and they like respect the players and its base, and they respect everything. That I'm like, take your time. This is going to be the first Final Fantasy Final Fantasy game that I actually play because you are making it and because you care so much. That makes me care so much that I really want to play your game. I don't really normally care. Like, I didn't care about Final Fantasy 15, nor have I cared about any other Final Fantasies like that in general.
I cared about 13 was the first one I got on launch day, and then 15 I was waiting for it to be done because it came out not done.
Yeah.
15, I pre-ordered that shit. I was so excited. Ooh-wee. And honestly, I had a great time for a while. And then it just didn't keep that same energy.
And I mean, I feel like 16 is going to be like, hey, you've heard great things about Shadowbringers and Endwalker. You don't want to go through all of Final Fantasy 14, even though you should.
Hey, did you like Devil May Cry 5?
Right.
And this fucking saucy ass
teaming up with
anime
Virgil's
combat?
brothers, Virgil's son, to help Virgil summon Virgil to defeat Virgil.
That's a special edition, right?
What do you think the V stands for? Not 5, it's Virgil.
Yeah, but the special edition you play as Virgil.
See, that's when you play as Virgil after Virgil teams up with Virgil's brother and Virgil's son to summon Virgil.
Yeah, because he split himself from Virgil.
Right.
And it needed to be complete Virgil. Yeah.
There was a Heartless and a Nobody, and then
Yeah,
the
they fucked.
Heart was the
No.
guiding key.
You have the
So you're
classic
saying
and then
he
you have
lost
the emo
his
variety.
Virginity? I tried something there. Sorry, guys.
Thunder, Virginity.
Holy!
Nero somehow uncanonically stops being Virgil's son.
Did he use Verace?
Oh, someone.
Oh my god.
Hold us out of that ravine. I appreciate it, Madrid. So, Chris already asked you about your backlog. Other than Ratchet and Clank, you get into anything this week?
I played a level of Psychonauts 2 just to give it a shout. It's actually a solid fucking platformer. It's got a good story from what I'm hearing. I didn't play Psychonauts 1, so I'm not attached to the characters just yet, but I think if I keep playing and I get into it, I could get attached to the characters because they seem kind of likable and look a little well-rounded, especially the main character, Rasputin.
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 Rootin' tootin' Rasputin.
And it actually like kind
I
of goes
have some
into
Raz goggles somewhere.
some mental health and inside.
I mean,
of
it's
the game.
Psychonauts. That's what
Yeah.
the game's always been about.
It's kind of
Except instead of jumping into child's brains and their fears, now we have to deal with adults and their existential crises.
adults really need mental help. But yeah, so I played a level of that. It's really good, solid platformer, a lot of fun. I want to actually keep giving that one a try. So I have indefinitely putting that one in my backlog. If I don't get to it right now, I'll get to it later. The other one that was in my backlog at the beginning of the year that I was really excited about was The Medium. And I think this week I had the actual chance to play The Medium.
Noise.
I just didn't like it. I gave it a solid 2 hours, and I was like, no. I just I don't know. There was just something that it was just like, this doesn't hit.
Did you make it to the wheelchair? Because apparently
It doesn't get
the wheelchair is when shit
gets good.
apparently the thing to stick with the medium until is the part with the wheelchair. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'd say play until the wheelchair and then
Give it.
put it down.
Okay.
Because if you get to the wheelchair and you're still nah, then
I mean, it's got some good things about it, but so far I've just been I don't know. It's just I don't know, the feel of the game and I guess how the controls and everything work hasn't stuck me. Mm-hmm. I actually I know what it is. I saw the trailers and I saw everything that it was going for, and it was very hyped because I thought it was going to be like a Silent Hill-esque copycat, which I should never do. I shouldn't compare a game that I love to a game that's coming out and then it not be that thing.
so
You set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, I've
the
said
team
it.
that made the medium, they made Layers of Fear.
Mhm.
They made the Blair Witch Project game.
Yeah, Blair Witch
Huh?
was mid.
Blair Witch was mid. Layers of Fear was also
I
mid.
mean, Blair Witch itself is mid, so
And then apparently the medium is mid. So you want to know the sad thing about that? The team behind those 3 very mid games is working on Silent Hill. They're working on a Silent Hill game. Konami has licensed Bloober Team, the team behind that, to work on the next Silent
what's
Hill
their
game.
name? Blooper Team?
Bloober.
Bloover?
Like flubber.
It's gonna
Bloober.
be ass, man.
Bloober.
Like it's gonna be.
It's not gonna be ass, Chris. It's gonna be mid.
You know what? I've had some really, really bad Silent Hill games. Like all
I
of
thought you was
them
about to say some
outside
really
of,
good mid.
Homecoming.
like all of them outside of the trilogy were kind of just bad.
No. I will defend the room. I will defend the room.
The Room was
will
not
defend
supposed
it.
to be a Silent Hill game.
Right. But it still managed to do the whole creepy shit, and it was fucking
it's
weird.
Good, fine. The first 4. Everything else lost it. Got real lost in itself. Even the PSP. You know what? I played the hell out of the PSP game. And I thought it was good when I was a kid. I tried to play that again. It's not good.
What did we learn here? Weapon degradation sucks.
It does. It really fucking does. But yeah, so
Yeah, I don't care for it.
I mean, I'll give the medium up to a wheelchair, and then we'll see how we go from there. But other than that, I played Psychonauts 2. I played the medium, beat Ratchet and Clank. I think. I don't know if we said that yet.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that was a part of the. I think that's the last game that I really got into. I tried to play some Final Fantasy 14. I logged in for 30 minutes today, beat one of those solo duties, and then had to do some work from home stuff and forgot I was logged in and it logged me out and then said you have to wait 2 hours to log back in. So I was like, I guess I'm done for today.
What's your queue number? Because I feel like
It was 2,300.
that's not 2 hours.
It feels like 2 hours.
That is tops an hour 20 minutes.
It's still a long time.
That's a long time.
I
to
don't
just,
have the patience to just not have my computer accessible.
It's like a Praetorium run. You just start it up and walk away, and then come back every once in a while and move your mouse. Make sure you're not kicked from the queue from.
I mean, fair enough. But because these queues have been so long, I've actually finally beat Ratchet and Clank.
So Madrid, you beat it too. So it's just me that has it that needs to beat
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
You might as well.
It
Where
is.
where are you? The last thing you did was
I
Juice,
beat-
right?
No, the last thing I did was the end of what I'm assuming is Act 1, where I fought Dr. Nefarious.
Oh, in the arena?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like how many acts do you think there are? Because,
I mean, it's, 8 planets?
yeah.
Well, you go back to planets
Yeah,
judging by.
you do.
Because that's not quite that's not it. I think that might be a little after the halfway point. That's when it's like, all right.
Yeah, I was going to say halfway there.
You're pretty much just, you're just going to finish things up at that point.
Yeah, you're good.
You're dipping back to like an old planet. I think you just go to old planets after that, right?
I mean, I guess it's not really a spoiler because they've talked about him through the entire game. This is when you get into this universe's Nefarious.
Okay.
So Emperor Nefarious,
no,
he
right.
finally shows up,
I
and
don't
then
feel like
that's
that.
the next half of the game.
Emperor
Okay.
Nefarious is kind of a badass. Well, that's what I said before I fucking curb stomped that lame ass.
Yo, that last level, you were just like, Rivet was getting in it.
I have a question, but
Right.
I won't ask it because there's no way to answer it without spoiling the thing that will drive me to keep playing.
What's the question?
The question is, does it pull a Last of Us or does it pull a Nier? And that's really
The two different characters.
right. There are two different characters. Do you pull a The Last of Us,
Oh.
where they make you pick which one?
Okay.
Or do you pull a Nier where you get to pick which one? I won't spoil the end of The Last of Us, but
It's not like that ending means anything.
there's a certain...
Just play
honestly. Yeah. Right, that's the thing that'll...
No,
drive
trust
you
me.
to play.
Like
That's why there's
that
one
last
answer.
that last segment when you go talk to fucking Captain, what's his name? Captain
Quark.
Quantum.
Yeah.
Quark.
Quirk.
Quark.
Yeah.
Quark?
Captain Quark.
Quark.
Well, the
Quark.
The
Rat-
variant.
Yeah, the variant. He's
'Cause they got a
he's
different
Captain,
name, right?
Yeah, he's Captain Quantum.
Captain Quantum.
He
yeah,
probably
there
hasn't
you go.
seen him yet.
Oh.
He's cooler.
He is cooler.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
I haven't seen Quantum yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Captain Quantum's he's legit.
So it's just everybody
just-
from this... Is this other dimension just better Ratchet and Clank?
I mean,
Are we going to get... never mind. I have another
I feel like
question, but I
Ratchet
won't
is
ask it.
way more mentally mature than Rivet, in my opinion.
Right, but,
so I
you
wouldn't
know, if
say
you're
that
gonna
they
do
were
a
better, but
reboot-
every other character outside of that, yeah, every other character.
Question.
better.
So is it one of those things where it's like it's the universe balancing out? So since Ratchet is OP in his universe, everyone else is a bit incompetent. But because River is a bit more balanced out, everyone else gets to be brought up a bit.
I think, yeah, I think because
I think it's because they actually have somebody putting their foot on their ass.
yeah. Emperor Nefarious compared to Doctor Nefarious is like two totally
Because
different
Ratchet and Clank would have had troubles with Emperor Nefarious.
Yeah, and
Like,
I'm
if
not
they
even
fought 'em by
talking about from,
themselves-
like a power level. I'm talking about from like...
Oh, I wasn't even talking about power. I was
Rivet
talking about experience.
is
'Cause I figured
cool.
they would have been some animals after Deadlocked. Because that's how I
I'm
felt
not-
when I finished Deadlocked.
I'm not talking about anything on that. I'm talking about I prefer Rivet as a character over Ratchet. I think I like Kit better than I like Clank.
I
And
like Kid
Emperor
way more than I
Nefarious.
like Clank.
Why? Okay, can
Emperor
I
Nefarious
ask
seems
why?
cooler than Doctor Nefarious.
Why?
Rivet. Okay, Kit didn't like really prove herself until the last level of the game.
Look,
She was
okay.
going through some shit.
We gotta get off of this so I don't.
She was
ask the
going through
question
some
I'm
shit.
She was
I
going
get
through a
that.
lot of shit.
Have you?
Her and Rivet are both going through a lot, you know, and they were able to. Never mind.
I mean, they did do the things that make them great characters.
All right, so Chris, we were
oh,
talking
man,
about
that shit
horror
was
games
good.
Earlier,
Yeah.
you went
Play
to see
Ratchet
the
and Clank.
Resident Evil movie.
I didn't go and see it. I rented it in Amazon because
No, the movie came to see him.
yes.
Oh, that's fine. How's called?
Okay, so y'all told me the last episode to watch this movie and like get my opinion on it, and here is my point blank opinion. I feel like they picked art directors, they picked costume designers, they picked special effects, they picked so many people in the background to make the background of this movie, from like locations, the monsters, the this, the that, the costumes and everything. And then they got a director who said, I don't give a fuck about Resident Evil, and then made a Resident Evil movie. So it
But
looked
they made
cool.
the Jill sandwich joke.
When? Because she didn't go with fucking Barry. Barry,
Wait. Time out. That's Jill in the red jacket?
no, that's Claire.
Okay.
Like,
Because I didn't see, because from the poster, I didn't know Jill was in that movie.
yeah, Jill's in this movie. She's madly in love with Wesker, which didn't make sense to me. They made like Leon was
Actually,
fucking.
I would not pretend that I wouldn't read a Wesker, Chris, Jill love triangle AU around the first one. Around Resident Evil 1 and 5, I would read the fuck out of that.
Fair enough. I mean, they just did so like it really pissed me off with Leon because they made Leon like extraordinarily stupid. Like really stupid. Like he had no idea what the fuck he was doing. Like the reason why he was going to Raccoon City was because his dad's the police chief and he's got to become.
They made him a nepotism baby?
Yeah, and it was like, I mean, and they did like really cool. They like
Nepotism,
got actors.
baby?
They got other like they played they got actors to play characters that weren't necessarily like, they got people of color to play characters that you would get that argument of like, well, they're white in the video games, like they have to stay white in the movies. Well, they got people of color and they played them well, but they made their characters so stupid, like really bad, that I was like, that's really cool you did this. Like, I wasn't.
Why'd you have to handle it so poorly?
Why make a
Why
shitty
did you
character?
make
idea,
him
you just
dumb?
made
Like,
it bad.
Leon could have been cool as shit. And he was hot.
Leon's not white in the game?
Leon is.
No, I mean in the movie.
He's not white in the movie.
Holy shit, that's actually like...
He is.
Is Chris white?
Chris is white. Wesker's white. Jill is, I think, she's black, I think.
And
Wesker's
Sheva in this
Sheva's
movie.
not
Wesker's the dude from
It's
Umbrella
based off-
Academy.
It's based off 1 and 2.
the boring guy.
Yeah. That is Leon, actually. Right?
I will say this: the one thing those
Or
older Resident Evil
Wesker
movies
is-
got right
Wesker
was
is the
Wesker.
big- Yeah, ish. In this movie?
No, he was the right kind of asshole in those older
He-
Resident Evil movies.
Yeah. They got, in the older Resident Evil movies, they got Wesker perfectly. I feel like
Does
they did.
Mila Jovovich
like-
show up at
no,
all?
I feel like in the older
Okay.
movies they got every character kind of correct as far as their personalities, but the story just went out the fucking window.
No,
In
it
this
didn't
one-
go out the window. It's that it revolved around Mila Jovovich's character, Alice.
yes.
Like, if you weren't Alice, you got
And
nerfed.
her feet.
Right.
And that's what happened to every other character.
The like, I don't know. Like, this movie, it was going to be so good. The trailer got me so hyped. I knew it. And don't get me wrong, they like did things that like were point blank in the video game. Like, they even referenced Resident Evil Remake 2, and I was like, oh fuck, I remember that. And then they just made it bad. Like, William Birkin was cool. He transformed to the fucking, got the G virus in him and transformed, I was like, that's really cool. But they just messed it up to where, like, Chris had daddy issues. Jill Valentine wasn't actually a really good character. Claire didn't have any personality. And fucking Leon was the biggest idiot and got handed everything in his life. And I was just like, you wrote a worse story than Resident Evil could back in the 90s, and I didn't think that was fucking possible. And that's how I feel about this movie.
Would you watch it again?
Hell no, but if they come out with a sequel, I'm going to watch it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so Chris, there's a lot of Resident Evil media coming down the pipeline, so I'm going to just need your opinion on all of them. Because, like I said, I hear people on podcasts talk about these things, but I can't necessarily trust their Resident Evil opinion / credit the way I know Chris is a verified Resident Evil 2 speed run competition champion.
Yes.
That's what I do know.
I did it with Leon, so for you to disrespect the boy, that just pissed me off. I got to get off this movie talk because it literally, I think the characters themselves, mostly Leon, and Chris Redfield, it just like 100%.
Right, you gotta
made
specify
me-
Chris Redfield because I was like, is Chris white? And then I was like,
Chris is, yes, he is very white in this movie. Apparently has, I don't know, daddy issues and isn't as cool and isn't probably going to punch a boulder anytime soon the way they got this character going.
Are we gonna get werewolf or whatever the fuck he was in Village?
No, he's not as
Chris?
cool. This Chris is just not fucking cool. He wasn't handed a knife in the Resident Evil 1, and that's all you get. He was handed a machine gun and gets a partner. I don't know. They just... They did things and they didn't have to. They could have made a really good Resident Evil movie. Everything set it up for a good Resident Evil movie. And then they just, I don't know.
Right.
I think it was the character writing. Whoever wrote the characters needs to be fired and they redo it, make a sequel, and let's go.
All right, so Jalen, what backlogging did you do this week?
Other than Halo, I played Mass Effect Andromeda because I wanted to play something in space.
We're not going to speed past Halo. We've been on Halo like.
I
Halo's
wasn't
been
going
my
speed past
primary
Halo.
multiplayer game.
I was going to speed past Halo. Halo's the long one. Mass Effect is the short one.
All right, so yeah, let's do Mass Effect before we do Halo then.
Yeah, Andromeda has the best combat out of any of the Mass Effect games. The story isn't the strongest, but that combat is so good.
Is Andromeda
Like,
the
I
one that's
really
not
did that, man.
finished?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the one that doesn't feel finished. It does not feel finished.
No,
even now.
there's literally things in the game that's like, hey, we're going to do this DLC, and then they just never did the DLC. Yes, Andromeda is the one that's not finished.
Okay. Had to-
And will never be finished.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's better than it was given credit for, though.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun. That combat is real good.
Right, because we were trash talking Andromeda. I have it on PlayStation, so I might give it a spin, just judging by hearing Jalen talk about it and
But this-
saying it has the best combat. Because I played Mass Effect 2 and 3 like third-person shooters.
Are they going to come out with a... Have they come out with another Mass Effect? Since?
They've announced they're making another Mass Effect, and it looks like it's
And
going to
there's
bridge
gonna be
the
a
two
TV
games.
show.
Tight.
It looks like they're going to bridge the two games, but yeah, I will say though, and this isn't a gripe, this is just an observation, but there is a major tonal difference in the game from playing as Ryder versus Shepard, in the fact that like Ryder feels like when you're in your 20s, Shepard is what you imagined your 20s to be when you were in high school. Shepard's hyper competent, on a promotion, about to get the new job, you know, doing all this stuff, goes on a grand adventure with a bunch of adults to save the galaxy. Ryder has daddy issues and aimbot in their skull, and everyone acts like they have no idea how to do their job, because they don't. They still do it though. They still pull it off.
So that one's grounded in realism.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing about Shepard, though. It's like, the thing about Shepard is even in your backstory selection, you get to pick what their first adventure would have been. Soul Survivor, War Hero, or I think it was Renegade or some nonsense like that.
Renegade.
But-
It was either Renegade or Paragon were the alignments.
Yeah. Also, the tone selector for the dialogue, instead of just using the binary Renegon and Paragon, is cool because it allows more nuance and for the conversation to flow a little bit better. But the only thing I miss is if I saw the Renegade button flash up on the screen, I know I was about to do something dope. Like, for example, in Mass Effect 2, the Renegade button is I'm going to shoot the gas container under the boss while he's monologuing. Because fuck that guy. Like, you don't get any moments like, you don't get as many moments like that out of the dialogue. Yeah.
Kinda
Better than
sucks.
it was given credit for, but
Still missing, like, a little
it's
soul.
missing polish. It's missing polish.
Yeah.
And Halo wants to be my game of the year so bad. It wants to be it so
Halo
bad.
has fucking polish. You know what
Halo
I
is-
realized? That because of my graphics card, I've been playing this game at 30 frames per second and haven't even fucking realized it.
Damn. Are you guys just playing multiplayer together?
No, well, I've been playing the single player a lot. And
I've just been playing multiplayer.
I'm gonna
but
say
I
this right
cracked
now,
the
343.
hell out on it.
I need you to be. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Stop with the corridors. Put all your levels in your open world. You're good.
Okay.
Because
The
giving
reason
Chief
there are those
that grappling
corridors-
hook and getting in those long, freaking drawn-out guerrilla fights against the Covenant is so much fun.
Wait,
Is it the Covenant or the
My bad.
Banished?
The Banished.
The Banished.
My bad. The Banished, which is just a Covenant splinter group.
It is.
I mean, let's put it this way. We're still fighting brutes. We're still fighting hunters. We're still fighting grunts. We're still fighting jackals, and we're sure as hell still fighting elites.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
No, the gang's all here.
game's
Yeah,
all
like you
there.
can name them whatever the fuck you want. You're still
Are
fighting
there
the Covenant.
are there the prophets or whatever?
They're
Are
called
they
the
still there?
Banished.
They're called the
and
Banished, they
Their
don't-
lore originates from Halo Wars 2.
So they're not zealots.
No, that was a title given to them by the Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're called chiefs these days instead of. No, wait, zealots were elites. No, wait, zealots were elites.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like the magical ugly alien floating in the things?
No, this is an offshoot.
Okay,
This
so
is
that's what I'm saying.
the
They're
lead
not
story.
affiliated with that
No, they don't.
religious
They
sect
hate them.
anymore.
Well,
From what I
no,
believe,
no,
they
because
hate
they were
them.
banished from that sect.
Yeah.
They were kicked out of that sect. They were kicked out of the covenant. That's why they
By-
started calling themselves the banished
Weren't
in the
they
first place.
kicked out by Cortana or some shit like that?
Cortana, no, okay, I will say this. This is the end. This is finally. We thought they were going to do this in Halo 4, but this is the end of the line for the Chief and Cortana storyline. Like, this is the end of it. This is where we finally actually say goodbye.
Good.
Cortana did some fuck shit at the end of Halo 5. And then she does more fuck shit in between 5 and Infinite. Like, Cortana, what the fuck?
I mean,
But I will say, Weapon is cool. I fuck with Weapon. I like her. She's cool. That's your new AI partner? She's cool.
she does seem cool from what I played of
Yeah.
it, and like her personality's kind of tight.
Yeah, I like Weapon. I will say 343's character writing has gotten better.
Good.
It's still not that great, but they've gotten a lot better. They've gotten to the point where they're starting to earn their moments, and things are actually pretty good.
Nice.
Infinite's a lot of fun. Actually, it might just be my game of the year at this point.
That really makes me want
Like,
to just
it's
wake
just
up
so
tomorrow
good.
and just play fucking Halo Infinite all day.
I have to record this Endwalker spoiler cast tomorrow night because I would say I just play Halo with you, like the multiplayer, because you could play single player till I get off work. And then
I'm
we
saying
can
when
play
I get
that-
off work, I'm
that
definitely
sweet,
coming
sweet
back and playing Halo.
multiplayer.
Actually, I'm about to play Halo after the podcast because I need to get my one game in.
Yep.
I could boot it up.
Get you that holiday stuff. I don't think I really care about anything after I get this like other shoulder or leg piece or whatever the fuck it is, because everything else is just colors for like guns and stuff, and I'm really not spending any time customizing my guns whatsoever. I'm customizing my Spartan 5 and my Spartan 7, and that's it.
What's the difference?
Okay, so the Spartan 5 armor is the Reach armor,
Oh.
and Spartan 7 is the New Age armor.
Okay.
Yeah, like closer.
Well,
to
actually,
Chief,
the Battle
but I
Pass
have
is
cat
just
ears.
Reach. Like, you get a kit that'll just turn you into every Reach character except Noble.
Oh, that's cool.
And I mean,
Yep.
Noble is just an amalgamation of those parts at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's cool.
But yeah, like I have a meal style helmet with
Actually, Anton, where are you in the Battle Pass?
in the 60s. It's kind of bad. Like,
I'm in the 50s. What are you talking about? But I also like the fact that this Battle Pass ain't... Well, one, we got plenty of time. It goes until May. And then second of all, it's not going anywhere.
yeah, that's the thing. That's a lot of people haven't realized. So the multiplayer is just free to play on Steam. Just go on Steam, download it, log into your Xbox Live account, and you'll be getting Steam achievements and Xbox achievements at the same time. The other thing people aren't realizing is that the Battle Pass, even though it technically ends in May, Season 1 ends in May. The Battle Pass never expires. If there's something on this Battle Pass that you want, even if you don't play this game again until Season 4, you can still go after that thing on this Battle Pass. So there's not that FOMO element that there is in all
That's
these other games.
Something. I mean, I know we've talked about that so many times, but I fucking love that shit.
No, I appreciate it, especially since the first Battle Pass is Reach. Like, come on.
Well, yeah, I think I'm just going to finish this shit because the Reach shit is just like,
I mean,
it's
I'm
speaking
going...
directly to
Funny
me.
enough, trying to get the one thing that might actually go away are the weekly rewards, and I've been plowing through the Battle Pass just working on those. I got last week's, and I'm working on this week's. Last week's,
I haven't gotten any of them.
I thought it was something else. I could have skipped last week's. This week's I want.
Yeah, I've seen this week's is pretty good.
But it's just like you have to
Unless the
log in
week
every
is
single
reset.
day for them, or like what?
You have
No,
to
it's
do
literally
your
weekly
challenges.
weekly challenges.
Oh, okay.
2,000 points in Big Team, 2,000 points in Free for All, 50 cumulative points and 5,000 cumulative points in quick play or some shit.
Yeah.
Win 3 Fiesta. Like,
Look,
shit
or,
like-
or the worst ones, play any amount of, no, win ranked games. That's the one that's the worst.
That sounds terrible.
I mean, they really want you to give ranked. They don't. So the challenges kind of funnel you to give everything a try, do things you wouldn't necessarily normally do, or like I think I have a challenge for that's a achievement for using 4 or 5 different vehicles in a single match.
Huh.
And that encourages you to play big team battle. I will say this right now. The best modes are Fiesta, Classic Team Deathmatch, and Free For All.
Yeah, I've been fucking with Tactical Slayer, Free For All Slayer, and then Team Slayer.
Team Slayer.
Fiesta is so much
Team
fun.
Slayer.
Fiesta is the shit.
I feel like I don't utilize all my shit in Fiesta
What
because
is
I don't
Fiesta?
always know it.
Oh, you spawn
You
in with
get a
random
random-
equipment.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
so
So
Yeah.
sometimes
With
you'll just
random
spawn in with a
grenades,
rocket launcher and a
random-
sword.
Hell yeah.
My last game, I was given a sword and thrusters, and I was like, oh, I'm about to bully these
Right.
kids.
The thing is, my thing with Fiesta is since you spawn in with random grenades, random like power up, random weapons, I'm only like when I load in any other mode, I know like if it's Tactical Slayer, I know I only have my battle rifle in my hands. If it's Slayer,
No,
I
no,
know
you
I
got that
have
trusty
my-
old sidekick. Don't sleep on the sidekick. That thing be singing.
It does.
You don't get that in Tactical.
Yeah, you do.
No.
No,
I
you always
don't
start with 2
think
weapons. No, yeah, you get a sidearm in tactical because you use the AR to break shields. You swap to the pistol, 2 headshots, and you kill.
The BR, the AR is the regular Slayer.
Oh, I wish I could play Halo.
No, you're
Actually, you,
fucking
you can.
right. I forgot. Tactical Slayer used to be called something else
Swap.
back in the day.
If you got Game Pass Ultimate, you can xCloud Halo
On my phone.
on your computer. It's possible.
I'm not getting Game Pass Ultimate though.
I did the xCloud to play Psychonauts, and actually, to play a game where you need precision jumping, it's pretty great.
How much is Game Pass Ultimate?
14 a month.
14 a month?
Yeah.
I'll consider it.
Okay.
That's one of those things I would just like to buy at once.
Yeah,
For
so
the
it's
try it.
45 for 3 months. If you just want to do it like that, because every time I've done
That's
it,
how I
it's-
handle it.
Yeah, I kind of do it in 3-month bursts.
I'm sick of all these subscriptions, dog.
I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, that's why
I'm gonna see if I got
everybody
one
But
of
has
those.
it
also,
like,
Wait.
you're
part of me is
playing
not
Halo?
because I remember everyone asking for a la carte channels. Like, why do I need 150 channels? I only watch 3. Well, good job. Now we have that.
Right.
Yeah, this is once again another problem of the
But I'm
generation
like-
before us fucking shit up.
I got
and then
subscription
we getting
boxes
this-
for food. I got like different channels. Now video games and shit too. What's next?
Air and water.
manga. I mean, we're already paying subscription for manga, so
I'll pay that.
I mean, to be fair,
I read so much free
I'm-
manga in my life that $2 a month is the least I can do.
the server booster.
Also, yeah, and I will say though, Game Pass did change the way that I play games. Like, I only played Mass Effect Andromeda because it was on Game Pass. Like,
Yeah,
it does change the way how you interact with playing games. It is lit.
That's
Wait.
true. I never would have played Psychonauts 2 today or a couple of days ago if it wasn't for Game Pass. Shit, I wouldn't even probably have played Halo yet if it wasn't for Game Pass.
Yeah. Halo's so good. I cannot wait for the co-op. I want the co-op.
Oh, actually, do you want Game Pass for 2 months there, Andre?
How much is it?
Free.
Yeah, I'll try it.
All right, cool. I'm gonna text you this code.
Fuck yeah. All right, so I guess I will be able to play Halo because I tried to just get it on Steam, and I was able to download it and all that shit, but it was like, yeah, nah, partner, can't run it on your laptop. I was like, okay, I guess. I thought you said it was for anybody. I guess they meant with xCloud.
Right.
I see that now.
Oh man.
All right. So, Madrid, any backlogging on your end?
Beat Ratchet and Clank.
Hell
That game is really awesome. Like, I really fucking enjoyed that game.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
I mean,
Fuck show.
it's as a person who's played every single Ratchet and Clank game, it's up there.
It's up there.
Honestly, I think it's
Top
better
3.
than 16.
Top 3 Ratchet and Clank games, go.
Let's go. Up Your Arsenal. Fuck, I gotta remember. I gotta remember the names of them because it's definitely 3.
I've only played 2, so this one's my favorite.
Up Your.
Wait, wasn't 2 Going Commando?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I've only played 2, 16, and this one.
So it would definitely be Up Your Arsenal because that game was
Because
fantastic.
of the name. I know what it is.
And Going Commando is also a great name too. Going Commando, and then it would be 2021. When did that game come
Rift
out?
in Time?
Yeah, Rift in Time.
Rift Apart?
Rift Apart.
Rift Apart? Yeah,
I
there
mean,
you go.
1 is really good, but it's... And then 16 is really good, but, I mean, Up Your Arsenal and Going Commando, just fucking...
Yeah.
Literally, the best. I think that's what this game was missing. It was missing some of those weapons that were in Up Your Arsenal and Going Commando, like the Sheepinator and the disco ball.
Wait, there's no Sheepinator?
There's no Sheepinator. I haven't.
I can't
tried
combo the Sheepinator with the disco ball to do some dancing sheep bullshit.
and then you get a trophy for it. Yeah, like you can. They did say in the new game plus after beating the game that you can unlock new boosts and get some new weapons. So I'm not 100% sure if that. I cannot confirm nor deny whether or not the Sheepinator's in it, but it's not in base game, and that's a little disheartening. And I think this game was missing a little bit. While it had like the Doom glove, it had the sprinkler that turned people into like.
The sprinkler is broken.
It is broken. Like any boss can get stopped by
Broken.
this, and that's crazy.
That ice is pretty nice too.
I think it was missing the like more playful, funny weapons. Like again, like the sheep.
You don't like
is
the
the
you don't like
pixelator
the
No.
you don't like the drill dog?
The drill dog is cool, but it's like, I mean, it's technically.
Wait, do you still have that hovering like weapons platform that talks shit?
Nope.
Mini Exterminator or whatever the fuck his name was?
No. Also a fucking badass weapon. That's it. Like it was missing some of the weapons that made Ratchet and Clank, but those weapons also kind of haven't been there in the older, like outside of the trilogy. Some of them made it into 2016, but 2016 is just a remake of 1 with a different telling. So I can't put this game down because it didn't have those weapons, because other ones outside of those
they did some
3
cool shit with the
didn't.
weapons, like with the haptics and like even on the on the skill tree. Like
Fucking cool.
I didn't realize until I was like leveling up my ice. I looked, I was like, huh, that's a snowflake. And I was like, oh, and I started looking at every weapon. I was like, oh my god, it's been right in my face. Like, this is a missile. This is a fucking shuriken.
But I think what this game does have, it has a lot of fucking heart in it. And it's like some of the best Ratchet and Clank storytelling since Up Your Arsenal, since like Going Commando,
Yeah.
that it's like, okay, you guys have seriously, hands down, made a solid fucking Ratchet and Clank game in today's age, just like Toys for Bob did with Crash Bandicoot. So I was like, yeah, I have to get. This one has to be in my top 3s because it was just like it's just so much fun, and what they did with the haptics.
Go play
is
Ratchet
really
and
cool.
Clank.
Yeah, it's 100% Ratchet and Clank.
Yes. I did also play a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima. I realized that, I haven't finished that game. So I dabbled back in it, trying to also, get myself to get the director's cut so I can get the PS5 version.
I still need to get that.
Haven't gotten it yet, but even going from even just playing the PS4 version on the PS5, it looks crispy as hell. So I'm like, damn.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It runs at 60 frames per second just off rip, which it didn't do on the PS4 at all.
Yeah, no, it definitely felt great.
Where are you at in Ghost?
I think we're about to. I'm still in Act 1, I guess. I'm on the first part of the island, and I think I'm getting my people together to go try and save my uncle.
Nice. Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so shit's about to go down, and then it just continues to go down for you for the rest of the game.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of where I put it down at. And then I, of course, picked back up SMT5, baby. Let's go. And where I'm at right now, the demon fights are getting more and more difficult. But you're getting more and more tools and abilities. Hell, I just fused for Yoshitsune, the samurai with 2 swords.
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking monster. His physical attack and his speed are off the fucking charts. And then I gave him Bloody Glee, so he crits more than usual. And he already had a crazy crit rate. And his unique ability it does 5 to 8 weak attacks that always land for criticals. This nigga's a fucking monster.
Yeah. Are you guys?
And then that's one of those demons that once you just get it up to max. You're
fine.
Solid.
You're fine.
Are you guys looking at fusion charts and what to fuse to make things, or?
So the cool thing about
reverse fusion summon, reverse demon fusion every single fucking time.
Reverse demon fusion, it shows you the results immediately. So you just look because you can see all the results that you can get immediately. So that might I'm level 46, so that goes up to level 60. So eventually I'm all right, I'll be able to get to them eventually. Let me look at what fuses into them and what skills they have, and I kind of planned. I've been plotting on Yoshitsune for a long time now.
Because you get his
30 hours
so early. Yeah.
Isn't Yoshitsune one of the most? Isn't he one of the stronger personas in Persona 2?
In Persona 5, that is he is the. What was it? I think it was Tower in Persona.
Yeah.
He was the thing that you had to fuse for to get there. He was a specialty fusion because he's so fucking fi.
I think he was the same thing in 4 where you had to in each dungeon or palace or whatever they called it in 4, you had to pretty much start collecting and saving personas from each dungeon, and then start fusing them correctly to get him. And Persona 4, he was broken as shit.
That's why I was surprised they let you get him this early on. And you can fuse some bullshit to make them. I didn't though. I had a Nekomata that was fully kitted out for speed and luck, and then a succubus that had no weaknesses. My succubus is so expensive, I can't buy her back right now, and I feel kind of bad.
You made that bitch expensive?
She was 66,000 Maka.
Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ. So yeah. And then I also I did my first, no, not my first special fusion, my second special fusion, and I made Alice.
Okay, keep Alice. Get Alice up.
Oh yeah, Alice is dumb. Yeah, I'm having just tons of fun, just going in and making demons and working on my builds and shit. You just get so much freedom, and at this point, I think I have 6 skill slots unlocked for my demons, so I can make even better ones.
Nice.
You know, I've been out there breaking up those. They look like COVID. That's what the fuck they look like.
The actual virus.
Yeah. That's all this game is, you know. It's the constant push and pull between chaos and order and coronavirus. So yeah, that's been about it. Don't think I've been playing anything else. I just kind of like, I want to get another JRPG, but I don't want to commit to another JRPG.
Yeah, it's a little hard. Huh?
Right.
Two in your life at one time.
Cause it's like I can go back to Yakuza Like a Dragon. I could go cop that. I could go cop Tales of Arise, or I could get Scarlet Nexus, and I'm kind of just like, fuck.
So
what do
the
I
thing
do?
with Yakuza, your PS4 save is not compatible with the PS5 version at all. So that might be a thing with Yakuza. Now that you've leveled up console generations.
So he lost everything without even knowing it.
Well, I mean, considering it's a cross-buy game, he could play the PS4 version on PS5
And it'd be fine?
and keep using his save.
Why would I do that? I guess I could skip all the cutscenes. I wasn't that far. I was only like 20 hours in.
And
Wait.
15 of that was cutscenes.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
pretty much.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, 20 hours in it, that's a whole ass day.
Damn, I really don't want to play through that shit again. That's a lot.
See, that's the problem with fucking JRPGs. One thing goes wrong, you have to restart over after you already started 20 hours.
See, I
already.
actually enjoy restarting games.
Really?
No.
Even like once you got into
Not when
the
a game
thick
takes
of it.
fucking 30 fucking hours to get going. No.
It depends on whether the game gets going. For example, I tried playing Legends of Runeterra the other night. I had that game and deleted it within 20 minutes because the game's like, we're going to force you to do a tutorial, and then you got to do 20 single-player, like, Hearthstone single-player bullshit before you can even get to the menu, see the cards, or anything I fucking care about.
That sucks. That's
Right.
I think that is a problem with some games, that they do handheld you too much to where they're like, we need you to
Well,
like.
I mean, JRPGs is just like, oh, we expect you to spend 200 hours with us, so we're going to spend the first 20 like it's the first hour of any other game.
Not just that, but then also, like, the tutorials. Like, you gotta give out the amount of information your players are gonna need for that part of the game. But you can't make it go too long or the players will stop caring. But if you don't teach them enough things, they'll go get rocked and say your game is bullshit.
That's true.
That's why Legends of Runeterra changed it to make you do their single-player content before you got into, like, the actual multiplayer and deck building. Because they say it helps with retention.
Damn.
Because it helps with retention. It's like, of course it helps with retention, but before I'm able to even look at the other cards, I have to play
I did my 2 practice matches and said, fuck it.
single-player matches. If I get through those matches, of course I'm invested. You have to play 20-something matches before you could see anything. I don't care about Jinx. I want to see my Targan ladies. The fuck?
Yeah. I mean, there has to be like a good medium between that to where you keep.
Well, the medium is you don't
keep the
allow
player
people to
informed.
access multiplayer until they complete the tutorial. So then you don't have to worry about people sprinting directly into the multiplayer and getting their shit rocked, while also allowing people to actually see the stuff that's going to make me care about your game.
Right. Mm-hmm. That part.
Well,
Because tossing me into that mode, it doesn't feel like a separate mode that's going to entertain me. It feels like an extended tutorial.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that is also a mobile game, too, so I would really check
It's
the
like
fuck
this
out.
on PC. That's just the way the game is like, because card games have bad retention rates because people immediately jump into the multiplayer and get their ass kicked because they just looked up a meta-winning deck and never learned how to play that deck.
Okay, y'all, why are we in a tornado watch right now?
What?
The fuck?
Well, at least on my side of town. We're not going to say the side of town, but
My side of town seems to
Oh,
be
yep,
clear.
I got one for my side of town.
Oh, damn. Yep. Okay.
What the fuck?
yeah. It's just we're in
I'm under
it's December.
a tornado watch.
It's just the watch.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's supposed to start storming in the next, like, 40, 50.
2 hours.
Yeah, severe.
On my side, I got
severe-
40, 50.
Yeah, it's like severe weather warning tonight, like mainly in the morning, like 5.
Oh, I got like starting in like 50 minutes. It's going on and it's not stopping until. Oh, it's just not stopping. I can keep scrolling. It's not stopping until Saturday.
Oh, Lord.
Saturday.
No. It might not actually be stopped until Sunday. Saturday's when we start getting coin flips.
Oh,
Yeah. Monday seems to be the first clear day for me.
that's tight.
Well,
Happy New Year,
I can live
Joe.
with that.
I mean,
The world is
we
coming
need to stay
to
our
an
ass
end.
in the house anyway, so.
Yeah, keep your ass in the house, but also we have a tornado warning in the middle of December, so the world's already going to end. What was that movie, The Day After Tomorrow?
I have no idea.
Yes, it was. When New York got froze over?
Yeah, and then like randomly
Yeah.
tornadoes just started hitting.
Twister. No.
No,
that was,
I fuck with that
actually,
movie.
yes, you're thinking of Twister. He's thinking of Day After Tomorrow. Are you sure you're not thinking of 2012?
Oh, that.
no, 2012 was just an earthquake volcano.
No.
There was a bunch of
lava,
shit
There was
happening.
freaking lava. Everything happened in 2012.
Everything happened. Also, Twister happened in a place where Twisters normally happen. So, like, that was.
Yeah, but remember,
Fine.
Twister's only ever got that bad because of bad agricultural practices.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's how the Dust Bowl happened. They fucked up the top layer of the topsoil with their ship farming practices. So then when the wind picked it up, it just turned into these huge ass storms.
I did not know that. The more
That
you
makes
know.
sense.
So you're
All right. Well, before we devolve into a disaster movie podcast, shout out to the Geostorm podcast. Only a very small group of people will get that joke. Don't even worry about it. But until next week, remember you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton63X's. Shout out to all the new people who checked us out from Dead End. Love to see it. Atlanta Gamer Podcast, Cross Pollination.
Gang,
Chris,
gang.
where can people find you?
at Chef and Chris.
Jalen,
Squid Bishop.
Madrid.
Speedwagon X.
All right, this has been a Know It's Good production. The video version is edited by Lon Twisted Mind. The audio version is edited by Iknowjones. Until next time, keep it cheesy.